What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another Lords of Mobile video. And in this video, guys, I'm going to be showing you a few tips and tricks you can use when you're in game on your trap account to get people to hit you. So one of the questions I get a lot, you know, how can I get someone to attack me? Nobody will hit me. Well, hopefully this video is really going to help you. First of all, guys, never have your war gear on display. So you can see right now I've got my fake gear on, I've got some monster gear there, I've got some speed boost gear, some construction, and the winter parka, which, you know, anyone that has that on deserves to get hit. So come on, bring on the hits. Anyway, guys, yeah, don't have it on display. Always get your quick swap open before you're ready to start actually putting your trap out there. And, you know, you can go ahead and switch to your real gear as soon as a hit comes in. So that's the first tip. Never show anyone your war gear. Secondly, guys, you don't want to get into fury. Now, if you see a situation where you could potentially try and trap someone, you don't want to be scouting to try and burst your bubble. Easiest and quickest way to get rid of that is to port to a Wonder Forest. So if we go to the Skyfort here, you can see, there we go. Jump over to the Wonder Grass right there, 1500 gems, it's not too bad. And there you go, my shield is gone. Now, something I haven't done, and I've done it on purpose just to show you, make sure when you do something like this, you remember to activate your anti-scout. Luckily enough, I've already got mine on, but you would just go there and put an 8-hour on, or however long you're gonna be online to do some trapping. Okay, so my trap is ready. It's all looking good. I'm in my fake gear. My stats are all in my war talents, which is perfect. I don't wanna get hit in my economy stats, which is something I've done in the past. It's not pretty, guys, when it happens, believe me. And now you're ready to go ahead and trap some people. Now, you can just sit there. This is an option. You can be a dormant trap, just quietly sitting there, waiting for a hit. My suggestion for you is to put the sound on. If you go down to settings, go over here and click on this sound here, not the music, but just the sound. Now, there we go. If someone scouts you, you're going to hear that noise, that trumpet sound. So you can put the phone on the side, turn the volume up on your device, and you just get on with your morning or afternoon or whatever you're doing, watching TV even. And as soon as you hear that noise, pause that film and get ready because it's about to kick off. Anyway, I'm going to turn the sound off for the rest of this video, but that's just an option you can do. Recently, when I got hit with 15 solo attacks, I was eating my dinner and watching a movie. My phone was on the side, the sound was on, and then the noises all came, and I knew straight away I was under attack, so I got in and started recording. But it's an option you can do. So yeah, be a dormant trap, sit there and play dead. Now, something else you can do, let's just random reload out of here. There we go. And what a perfect spot to relocate to. That's just what I was looking for, and that is some resource tiles. This actually works very well in KVK. You can port to the enemy kingdom and just sit there and start gathering resources. So there we go. Let's do some gathering. Send those out. There we go. And another one there. Perfect. Okay, so do it to tiles that are close to you. I wouldn't send out a full march like I've just done there. I would probably send out 5,000 to 10,000 troops on each tile, and then just sit there gathering, because it just looks like you're just a castle that's coming in to gather, get a few points. It kind of makes people want to come over and hit you. Sometimes they'll actually come over and hit your gathering tiles first, and then they'll hit your castle. Make sure if that happens, guys, you don't heal your troops, because when they hit your camp or your resource tile squad, you know, your might will drop slowly because they've gone to the infirms. If you then heal them, they know you're online because they'll see your might change and go back up. So, you know, it's only 5,000-10,000 troops on the tile. If they go to your infirmaries, just leave them there. That's absolutely fine. Hopefully, after they've hit those 2 or 3 and see the might's gone down and it hasn't gone back up, it'll give them the coverage to then have a go at your castle, and that is when the fun happens. So let's go ahead and recall our resource troops. There we go. Okay, so this is just a couple of ways you can sit there and look not very active. This way, though, is actually my favorite way. If you're in an active guild that is actively rallying targets, then, you know, port yourself in there and start sending them resources. It's a really good way to annoy the enemy because they don't want them to receive resources. They don't want to speed up their attack by allowing them to heal their troops. And if they see a small castle sending resource marches across, there's a good chance you'll get hit. Now, for example, if we go back to Skyfort, let's just say your team is here attacking that fort. Oh, somebody's just... Oh, that's me. That was weird, bit of lag there. Okay. So if you can see here, imagine you had some of your team on this side of the fort and they're attacking it. You know, they're at war with another guild. Don't make yourself too obvious. Don't go porting into the Wonder Forest, sitting right there. You know, people are going to know that you're waiting for it. Instead, don't just try and be a bank. Behave like a bank. So come to the edge of the forest. Come right over here, like in that spot right there. And then start sending your marches across the forest, okay? Even over here, right to the side, if you can find a space. There's a big guild here by the looks of it, but right up the top here, and then sending them right across. So your resource marches have to go across the Skyfort to get to the players. Make it really obvious you're sending those resource marches. You know, that's actually going to really help you. And people will see that, and there's a good chance they will pull over and start attacking. You know, it's a really good way of doing it. Okay, so there is another way as well that you can get people to hit you. If we go over to the base, and let's move back over towards our hive. Here we go. So here's the POA hive. Now let's just say, for example, this little group of bases at the top here were attacking someone. They're rallying someone, and you want to get involved, and you want them to hit you. So what do? Well, what we basically do is port over to them. Here we go. So, right, I'm porting over to my fellow buddies that are attacking this castle. Okay. Now, if I go down to the dark nests, here we go. I got someone to set an 8-hour dark nest with 1 troop in it, all right? Now, what I'm going to do is click on the dark nest. Now, if you've watched my videos, you may have seen me do this in the past. It works really well. And I'm going to join this dark nest with 1 infantry unit, okay? And then I'm going to send it. There we go. Now, to someone that's not in your guild, this actually looks like you're hiding troops, especially if you send it to another base that's got a shield on. It actually looks like you're hiding troops. Now, for all they know, you could be in Fury right now because you've just reinforced. But they don't know that you're not in Fury and you've just joined a dark nest. So there's a really good chance at this point they could port over and start attacking your castle, which is exactly what you're looking for. Just make sure though, guys, if you do send troops to a dark nest, that the person you're sending it to is going to be remaining online, because as you may or may not know, if I send troops to a dark nest, I can't then relocate. Here we go, let's try it. You can't transfer while your troops are deployed, and you're literally stuck in that position. So, you know, if you get rallied and you want to try and port to the other side of the kingdom, or if you just want to get out of there, you can't do it unless you get that troop back. So do make sure the person is online before you attempt that, okay? So what I call this is an active solo trap. It's a solo trap that's actively online. You're making it very clear to the enemy that you're online, whether you're gathering or whether you're sending troops to a dark nest, you know, sending resource marches across the field to your friends. You're clearly showing that you're online, and that alone sometimes is enough to make someone think they can beat you with an attack. Because they ask themselves the question, why would this person be actively showing me that they're online if they're looking to trap? It's a very good way of doing it. But again, the other way is just to sit there and do nothing. You know, KVK is a good time to trap, guys. It really is. KVK is going to be your best friend. Because one of the big issues with being a trap is once a few people in your kingdom have hit you, the word does spread, guys. It's a bit like gossip. Everybody finds out you're the trap, and nobody will really kind of hit you unless they haven't heard about it, or maybe they're new to the kingdom. So KVK is a good time to meet new players that don't know who you are and will attack you. So what I would say, between the two KVKs, that's a good time to keep shielded, to work on your troop comp, to work on your gear, your jewels, and then when KVK comes around, you can then unleash the trap and start using these tactics to get the enemy to hit you. Okay, now you can see I went ahead and purchased the castle skin This is actually a really good thing to do if it's something that's in your budget. You know, when someone generally sees a low might castle with a castle skin, they tend to think, oh, wow, they got a castle skin, but they're only 70 million might. Wow, they can't be that strong. You know, come and hit me and find out. But I really do like it. And one of the other things, guys, if you're going to be a trap, and this is probably one of the most important things that you wouldn't expect to be so important, but trust me guys, it works an absolute treat. If you're going to spend any money on your trap at all, $4.99 guys, get yourself into the emoji store and get yourself the cat emojis. These are awesome. They're brilliant. All you gotta do is just pull next to someone and wait. If they do something bad, like they lose a fall or one of their friends gets burned by one of your players, you just sit there and you give them this one. This is the cat emoji. That there is brilliant. That I've capped so many people just off the back of giving them the cat emoji. Of course, I did go ahead and purchase the more expensive pack as well. Again, guys, you don't need to do this, but I had to for the weasel, you know, or the ferret, whatever you want to call it, Master Cook. This one here works absolutely brilliantly. A little bit better, I think, than the cat one. It really does kind of rub it in their face if they've done something wrong. But again, stirring up those emotions, those feelings of anger, that's a really good way to get those people to pull in on you and send that solo march. And if you want to see how this works in action, check out the channel because I've got a ton of trap videos on here where I've used multiple times all of these different tactics and tips, and it works an absolute treat, guys. Most of all, be patient. You know, that's one thing I will say. Being patient on a solo trap is absolutely vital. You may sit there in a KVK for the first 8-9 hours, okay? But eventually it will happen. And once you capture that first leader, oh yes, it all kicks off. So I wish all of you very, very happy trapping. I hope these tips and tricks have been an absolute help to all of you. Make sure you leave a comment down below if you've got a tip or trick that I haven't mentioned today. And until the next time, guys, you know how this next bit's gonna go. Stay safe, everybody, and peace out.